Go ahead and just... Now this might hurt your eyeballs, but I'm just doing this so I can find the bits I want to erase here. Just a little bit of cleanup. So I have 2 steps to clean up for, because, you know, everything I make basically needs to have a transparent background so they can be printed on, you know, different colors and so on. And first step is I just kind of throw up the old green screen technique. I try and find, you know, walk around the image, try and find everything that's sticking out. And then I have one more more thorough step 2. And it's a great little trick, and I came up with this. And no one taught me this trick, but if you work like I do, and you got, you know, a lot of line work and, you know, a lot of slop, but you need it to be clean, especially if you're using things like Threadless and so on. I think sites that auto-generate the die cuts or the kiss cuts for the stickers. If you have just a little tiny floating piece in your image and you don't see it there, but then you upload it to their server and then the computer finds it, and you suddenly get this like big ass gross like white blob that you don't know why it's there, this technique will help you on that. So I'll show you in a second. It's really easy and it's super useful. And for $20 I will meet you in Snapchat privately and discuss the future of mankind. No, my wife was the one that got pregnant. I just put the baby sauce in her. But no, I can't say like compared to anything else it's challenging. It's just a different thing. I love it though. Like, I love being a dad, so I left my career to hang out with my kids and raise them. So I fucking love it. Kids are awesome. They're way more fun than grown-ups. Alright, so we got the line cleanup. I did a couple fixes here and there. And next up is the final image treatment here. So I like to get a backup copy made, hide it, flatten this one, so you got this guy. So, here, I'll pull my layers out so you can see it better. So, we'll go back to that. So we've got basically these 2 layers. We've got the ink layer, the line work, and then we've got the color work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my line and my colors, I'm going to put them in their own little group folder. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that folder, hide that so I have a nice backup copy. And then I'm going to take that other folder, I'm going to flatten it, so it's just one image now, right? Because you need to do that. And then what I'm going to do here is, I'll keep that over there, is I'm going to go ahead and add a stroke to it. And this isn't permanent. What this is going to do is, I like to put it in another, like, you know, eye bleed color. So what's going to happen is it's going to find every edge in your picture that is got floating pixels or doesn't have any pixels, and I like to fatten it up. So what it's going to do is it's going to show me places like this. See, this circle is exactly what I'm talking about. This fucker right here. This is you wouldn't have found this. Like, I don't know where. Look, be looking here. Like, where is it? What's making that show up? But the software on, oh, I'm like drifting off my camera. The software on like Threadless, Designed by Humans, those guys, they auto-generate the white outline around your stuff, and their software will find whatever this pixel is, and it'll make that into a big white dot, and that's going to change how much of the sheet your sticker gets to take up and so on. So if you throw the stroke on here, it's just a stroke. You know, I like to make it like kind of a color that pops from the rest, and just erase. There's just somewhere in there there's a pixel, and I just erased it, and now it's gone, and it won't ruin my work, because it's horrible stuff to discover. Thank you, by the way, Emperor. I hope I'm a good dad. You know, I'm a human, first of all, and sometimes those two are not friends. I'm gonna do an inside one here just because I saw, yeah, see this? These are areas that don't have any pixel data. They're blank. So all those green spots on the interior now, all you gotta do is get in there, grab a nearby color, fill it right here, just kind of fill it up. Just fill it. There you go. I'll go back and clean up that outline there. So because I use so much stuff that generates automatic, might have to shrink the size of that though. Automatically generates outlines. You got to make sure when you're working with images that need to have transparency that this stuff's taken care of. Especially because I do freehand and ship it as a PNG mostly. And I am doing this with a mouse right now, just out of pretty much laziness. But yeah, this is a crazy useful technique. It's a really quick and dirty way to find everything and not freak out. Because I didn't find it, obviously I would have fixed it. But I didn't find it using my just my green background. So, okay, I'm gonna use a pound this. So we're just gonna kind of get in there and paint that up. But sometimes what I like to do, instead of working directly on the layer, is I'll go in underneath it, because I already know it's a hole in the image, right? So I'll go underneath the image and fill it. Oh yeah, stroke's great. Like there's stroke, and you know it's got like glows and bevels. It's all the bubbles and trinkets of Photoshop. Yeah, this is like usually I would just use it for art, you know, like I would use it to have an effect in my art. But I kind of stumbled across this technique, just struggling to find ways to get my stuff working better on like auto-generated, you know, die cuts and so on. And yeah, this move just kind of happened, and it helps so much. Because that finishing your stuff and busting your ass, and like I used to spend hours after I finished a piece hunting around for all that stuff, and then the stroke just kind of goes, "Hey, fuckers, over here," and you're like, "Oh, thanks, stroke." So it's nice now. So let's beef up the stroke one more time. Let's see.
Nice going.
Hey, thanks, Wade Brick. I like that name. So let's see. That one's on the inside. That finds the holes. Here's the outside. Finds the floaters. In the center, it just finds the people. All right, there we go. So you just get rid of the stroke effect. So yeah, man, that helps a lot. So yeah, whenever you guys are doing stuff that needs to be standalone, you know, floating, transparent background stuff. Plus the nice thing is once it's transparent background like this, you can do whatever you want. Like, you know, you can go in and put it on any background and, you know, have some fun. See? Yeah, it's a 50-50. Like, it really depends on the piece and your personal aesthetic taste too. But I've been finding on some designs, like, I'll kind of meet in the middle too. Like, I'll color it like I have here, but then I'll bring back the black and just push it down a bit. So it's kind of like